大家好，欢迎来到红酒世界直播间，我是本次直播的主持人兼翻译 Sophie。那么在昨晚的直播中，想必大家已经感受到来自法国波尔多左岸百家富酒庄的风采。今天呢，红酒世界很荣幸的为大家邀请到来自法国波尔多右岸圣埃美容1级 A 等酒庄金钟酒庄的少庄主蒂埃里先生。那么今天呢，蒂埃里先生将会和我们一起探讨金钟酒庄。在此直播过程中呢，大家如果有任何问题，欢迎大家在评论区留言。我在直播的最后环节呢，我们会精选一部分问题，请蒂埃里先生回答。下面呢，我们请蒂埃里先生简单的介绍一下自己以及金钟酒庄。So hi Thierry, welcome
Hi,
to
Sophie.
Bordeaux. Now could you please introduce yourself and Chateau Angelus to our audience?
Thank you for the introduction.
Yeah.
So my name is Thierry Grenie-de Bouard. I'm currently Deputy Managing Director of Chateau Angelus, which has been part of my family for more than 230 years.
Yeah. 那么刚才呢，蒂埃里先生他就介绍到呢，很高兴，他非常的高兴能在中国和大家见面。然后他目前呢是金钟酒庄的副总裁。
So Chateau Angelus is part of one of the famous wine estates in Bordeaux. It has been especially in my family so for a long time, and we are currently the 8th generation, along with my cousin Stéphanie de Bois-Rivoal, to manage the estate.
那么刚才蒂埃里先生就说到呢，金钟酒庄呢可谓是波尔多数一数二的明星酒庄。那么呢，目前呢，金钟酒庄已经有非常悠久的历史，是保德拉弗莱斯特家族8代人激情奋斗的产物。那么目前呢，蒂埃里先生是和他的堂姐史蒂芬妮女士呢一起管理金钟酒庄。OK， 好，那么大家可以看到呢，坐在我身边的这位少庄主蒂埃里先生呢，可谓是非常年轻的。那么作为年轻一代的管理者，他是否有信心掌管好金钟酒庄呢？此外，在此过程中，他遇到的最大挑战又是什么呢？ We know as a younger generation who manages the chateau, so do you have the confidence in handling the affair, and also during the process, what's the biggest challenge for you?
So, I mean, we are not inexperienced. My cousin and I have been both previously working in different fields. Yeah. So we are using actually these previous experiences to implement it within the estate. At the same time, we were not completely alone at the beginning, and we're still not completely alone. My uncle, Hubert de Bois de la Forêt, is still involved in the winemaking part, so he's helping us on this side, and my father is still helping us from the administration part and financial part. At least he's in a way of transiting, you know, there's transition going on. And so we are not completely alone, even though we are really running the company on an operation basis. We are the directors, but we are not all by ourselves, you know. And we can also rely on really talented staff. You have met one of them today, and so that's really helpful to run the estate on a daily basis, yes.
那么刚才呢，蒂埃里先生就说到呢，对于管理金钟酒庄的事务啊，他们可谓是信心满满的。首先呢，因为他和他的堂姐呢，从小就在家族酒庄长大，耳濡目染，而且目前呢，他们也有着不同的分工啊，在各自不同擅长的领域中为金钟酒庄奋斗。那么此外呢，他也提到，他们的背后呢，有一批非常专业的团队可以给他们提供支持。此外呢，金钟酒庄的老庄主。他们呢也时常给他们提供一些建设性的意见，所以说呢，他们觉得目前他们是有足够好的信心管理好金钟酒庄的。好，那么刚才呢我们说到，蒂埃里先生呢是在2014年正式加入金钟酒庄的。那么这几年间，金钟酒庄呢发生了哪些令人感到欣喜的变化呢？So since you joined Chateau Angelus in 2014, what exciting changes has happened to Chateau Angelus?
Okay, I did not join in 2014, but 2016, so it was 1 year ago. So for the last, let's say 3-4 years, we have implemented many projects, because even though I was not involved in the direction of Angelus, in the managing board, I was still part of the company as, you know, member of the board of directors. So we have been pushing for a lot of new projects. One of them is the hospitality side. When my cousin Stephanie arrived in 2012, she decided to develop an aspect of the business we didn't have so far, which was a restaurant. Yeah. And with a small hotel next to it, a boutique hotel. And so for us it was a huge and massive development from this part, because we were a bit inexperienced, but we thought that wine and restaurant, like the food business, are actually a perfect match for each other, right? Yeah. So that was something really interesting, and we actually expanded this year by acquiring a new hotel in Saint-Emilion called le Logis de la Commanderie. L'Auberge de la Commanderie, sorry. So that's something not really new for us, but still we are learning a lot and trying to develop it. Then we have also a big project which is Carillon d'Angelus. I mean, Angelus is another stuff, but I will mention it later. Carillon d'Angelus is the second wine of Angelus, which is currently really demanded. And the production is really small, so the aim is really to double the production or even a bit more. And for that we need on one side to acquire more plot of land, vineyard, in order to extend the production. And we are focusing on building a brand new cellar for this wine.
那么呢，刚才呢，迪亚里先生就提到，近几年来呢，金钟酒庄发生了许多令人感到欣喜的变化。首先呢，那么一方面呢，金钟酒庄呢，它积极的参与当地的旅游业，甚至还买下了圣埃美容当地最古老的饭店以及酒店，然后他们觉得这是非常有趣的一件事情。那么此外呢，另一方面，因为人们对金钟酒庄的葡萄酒的需求正在日益剧增，那么为了满足人们的这一需求呢，金钟酒庄还为它的副牌酒，也就是小金钟，建立了一个全新的酒窖，从而满足人们日益对金钟酒庄葡萄酒日益增长的需求。好，那么呢，刚才呢，我们是聊到了关于少庄主本人的一些问题，接下来呢，让我们把目光投向金钟酒庄。那么金钟呢，在我们文化中是带有庄严肃穆的含义呢，同时也是带来胜利和喜悦的钟声。那么我们想知道是金钟酒庄背后的金钟酒庄名字背后的来源是什么？它是否带有别样的含义呢？让我们请教一下迪亚里先生。So we are curious where the Chateau Angelus got its name from, and is there any special meaning behind it?
Yeah, there is historical explanation, and Angelus is located so really close to the village of Saint-Emilion, about like 1 kilometers, and it's in a natural amphitheater. It makes like a U shape, and there is 3 churches close to the estate. And Angelus is the name of a prayer, ringing at 7 in the morning, noon, and 7 in the evening. And when the bells were ringing from the 3 churches, you could hear them from this plot. So the estate take his name from this plot. Yes.
那么刚才呢，迪亚里先生就向我们解释了金钟酒庄名字背后的来源。他就说到呢，在金钟酒庄呢，有着一小块极为古老的葡萄园。那么在那里呢，扩音效果非常的明显。在那里工作的葡萄农呢，可以同时听到3所当地教堂发出的钟声，分别是早、中、晚。而这种钟声呢，在法语里面呢，被称为3钟声，也就是 Angelus。那么这就是金钟酒庄名字背后的来源。好，我们都知道呢，在2012年圣埃美容的最新分级中呢，金钟酒庄是成功的升级为1级 A 等酒庄的。所以我们想知道金钟酒庄在背后付出了哪些努力呢，使得这次的成功升级。So in 2012, Chateau Angelus has been promoted to Premier Grand Class A. So what efforts did Chateau Angelus make to make it happen?
It's important to underline that it is the effort of two generations, the sixth and the seventh. So it was the work of almost 30 years of my grandfather and his brother, my great uncle, then succeeded by my father and my uncle, the seventh generation. So it's something that I've been pushing for a long, long time, and it's really a consecration for us. But to be fair, the classification is not an end by itself. It's useful, but we want to show that we are just more than classification.
那么呢，刚才呢，迪亚里先生就说到呢，金钟酒庄这次的成功升级呢，可谓是他们保德拉弗雷斯特家族2代人的努力，也就是他的祖父，这也是他的祖父辈和父辈终身努力的成就。但他同时也提到呢。成功的升级为1级 A 等酒庄呢，并不是金钟酒庄的最终目标。在未来呢，他们也会积极进取。那么他们还觉得自己仍有发展的空间，可以为消费者提供更优质的葡萄酒。好，那么我们知道呢，目前呢，圣安美隆是有4所1级 A 等酒庄的，分别是老牌名庄欧颂白马，以及同样新晋级的博菲酒庄。那么呢，我们想知道跟他们相比，金钟酒庄又有何特别之处呢？我们请蒂亚里先生来解答一下。So, in your opinion, what differentiates Chateau Angelus from other 3 Grand Cru Classe A in Saint-Emilion?
I think the 4 wines are really, really different from each other. They have their own specificities. They have their own terroir, different ones, their own vineyard, which is managed and different by nature. Then the vinification technique used are not the same. So it's really difficult, even though they're all Saint-Emilion, it's difficult to compare them. What I know is that Angelus has really its own authentic style and distinctive. It's something, with the technique, with the terroir, and also by the label, with the golden label, and the bell on it. So it's something that makes it different, and we have our own identity for sure.
好，那么蒂亚里先生呢，他对于他就认为呢，这圣安美隆4所1级 A 等酒庄呢，每个酒庄的风格都是独一无二的，从葡萄酒的酿造方面、风土方面。以及酿酒技术方面呢，他们都有着自己独特的个性。然后呢，当然他也觉得金钟酒庄的确是独一无二的，它有着自己独一无二的风土。而这种独特的个性呢，也受到葡萄酒业内人士的认可。好的，那么在了解完酒庄的相关信息之后呢，让我们把目光投向酒庄出产的葡萄酒。首先呢，我们请蒂亚里先生简单的为大家介绍一下金钟酒庄葡萄酒的风格。如果我们要求他用3个词来形容一下金钟酒庄出产的葡萄酒，他会选择哪3个呢？ So if you were asked to use 3 words to describe your wines, and what words will you choose and why?
So the first one will be elegance, because the wine from Angelus are recognized to be really on the finesse and the elegance. The second one will be consistency, because from the last 30 vintages, I think there is, for the minimum 20 last vintages, everything has been doing great, except maybe more difficult vintages, but all are great wines. And the last one will be longevity, because if there is something people recognize to Angelus is the ability for the wine to be kept for a long, long time. And if a Angelus wine doesn't keep for 15 or 20 years, there's something wrong with it. So you should be able to keep it for 30 years.
那么呢，刚才呢，蒂亚里呢先生他就跟我们解释到，如果要用3个词来形容金钟酒庄的红葡萄酒呢，他会选择的第一个关键词是优雅。他觉得金钟酒庄出产的葡萄酒的优雅风格已经是被世人所赞誉的，也是被公认的。而第二个词呢，他会选择的关键词是品质的一致性，因为在过去的20年间呢，金钟酒庄出产的红葡萄酒品质都是一如既往的高的。即使在艰难的年份呢，酒庄也会通过一些措施，比如减少葡萄酒的产量，从而保持酒庄品质的稳定性。那么在第3个词呢， 少庄主提到的是陈年潜力佳，因为他说金钟酒庄出产的葡萄酒，那么是可以至少陈年15到20年左右的。我们都知道呢，那么一款佳酿的诞生呢，除了离不开卓越的风土之外呢，精心打理的葡萄园以及神奇的酿酒技术团队都是非常重要的。那么我们想知道的是，金钟酒庄是如何管理葡萄园，以及采用了什么样的酿酒技术，使得出产出来的葡萄酒如此品质如此的卓越呢？So, what special method have you taken to the vineyard and to the process of winemaking to make such outstanding wine?
Angelus is at the edge of tradition and modernity. It's a combination of traditional methods that have been proved to be really efficient and also environmentally friendly, and with experimentation and innovation on the other side. I won't develop it much further because it's getting into a complication, but for instance, we were among the first to do green harvest in the vineyard. In the cellar, we have been doing studying about the effect of the oxygen in the wine and many things like this. So it's really both at the same time tradition and respect of the environment, and on the other side, innovation and research.
那么蒂埃里先生就说到呢，在葡萄园的管理方面呢，以及酿酒技术上，金钟酒庄一直都是圣埃美隆产区的先驱。那么他们在继承和尊重传统的同时呢，也积极的加以一些创新。那么在葡萄园的管理上呢，他们是非常注重风土的，他们也非常的尊重生态平衡。可以说他们是圣埃美隆产区第一批通过绿色采收减少葡萄产量，从而保证葡萄品质的酒庄。那么在酿酒技术上呢，他们是非常注重橡木桶的使用的。一般来说呢，金钟酒庄出产的正牌酒都会在橡木桶中陈年18到24个月。好，成功晋级后的金钟酒庄呢，在期酒市场上的表现呢，一直是非常受人瞩目的。那么大家想知道2016年的金钟酒庄红葡萄酒有着什么样的表现呢？下面呢，我们就先请大家看一段由少庄主本人带过来的关于2016年期酒的最新视频。相信大家通过这个视频呢，也已经感受到了金钟酒庄的壮观了。那 那么大家不知道有没有注意到呢？在这个视频中呢，有很多七酒品鉴的镜头。在七酒品鉴周的时候，红酒世界呢就率领团队参与了这一盛宴。其中呢，金钟酒庄的红葡萄酒就给他们留下了非常深刻的印象。那么目前呢，2015年和2016年的金钟酒庄红葡萄酒正在红酒世界网上商城火热销售中。那么下面呢，我们就请蒂埃里先生分别为大家介绍一下这两款酒。So 2015 and 2016 Chateau Angelus was now available on Wine Vault. So could you please introduce those two wines respectively to our audience?
Sure. I will just start by saying that 2015 and 16 are really two great vintages, maybe as good as 2009 and 10, but in different aromatic profile. 2015 has been maybe more on the opulence side. It's a Bordeaux wine with a lot of flavor on the fruit flavor, really aromatic and what we call full-bodied wine. On the other side, we have 2016, which due to the weather condition, which were really more, watery, lack of water, the ripening was way longer. So here we have a really wine on the finesse, on the elegance, on the freshness. So both are really great vintages, but they show different kind of profile.
好，那么呢，关于2015年和2016年呢，金钟酒庄的红葡萄酒呢，美国著名的权威酒评家詹姆斯·萨克林呢，是为他们都打出了99分以上的高分，并且呢，称赞这两款酒都有着让人一品再品的神奇魔力。关于蒂埃里先生呢，他则介绍到，2015年和2016年呢，都可谓是非常伟大的年份。然后呢，但是呢，这两款酒又有着自己的风格特色。他认为呢，2015年的金钟酒庄红葡萄酒是非常丰腴的、酒体饱满的一款酒，它的香气呢也非常的复杂，水果风味呢也非常的有活力，充满着。散发着复杂的黑樱桃啊、黑果啊、香料、薄荷等气息，单宁也非常丝滑，余味也非常悠长，可谓是一款陈年潜力非常佳的红葡萄酒。那么关于2016年的金钟酒庄呢红葡萄酒呢，那么蒂埃里先生呢，他则介绍到，这款酒呢，经历了漫长的成熟期，然后呢，他们的葡萄充分成熟。他觉得这款酒呢，风格要更为优雅。香气也非常的清新，然后充满着一些红色水果啊和李子的芬芳香气，然后果味呢也非常富有活力，质地如天鹅绒般丝滑，也是一款不可多得的好酒。那么在听完蒂埃里先生对2015年和2016年金钟红葡萄酒的介绍，大家是否心动了呢？那么为了迎接少庄主的到来呢，红酒世界特别推出了限时活动。那么大家现在购买2015年或者2016年的金钟酒庄红葡萄酒，还可获赠中名1万积分。那么请大家如果大家想了解关于这两款酒的更多详情，可以直接登录红酒世界网上商城。好，那么呢，在刚才呢，我们在直播的前半部分呢，我们主要探讨了金钟酒庄。那么所谓入乡随俗，既然蒂埃里先生不远万里的来到了中国，我们就请他说说他眼中的中国葡萄酒市场吧。So what's your opinion on Chinese wine markets?
I think the Chinese wine market has been evolving a lot over the last years. It used to be a market concentrated on really the largest city, which were Beijing, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. And you can see that it's getting more and more common to consume wine, and so the market is growing tremendously. So right now, I think the Chinese market should be, it has, maybe it's the first market in the world or the second market in matter of volume. So this is really important for French wine producers to be careful about that and conscious about that. On the other hand, the Chinese consumer are getting more and more knowledgeable, you know. Before, I think wine was just made to be drunk with friends without anything serious. And I know people are really interested about learning wine, to know how is it made, how they should taste and match the wine with the food eventually. So it's becoming a serious market in matter of figures, in matter of volume, in matter of consumers.
那么迪埃里先生呢，他就认为呢，中国的葡萄酒市场可谓是世界上增长速度最快的葡萄酒市场之一，因为他觉得之前呢，这些外国的葡萄酒，它只在那些北上广深这样的大城市才看到，而现在呢，它已经变得越来越普遍，也越来越接近人们的生活。此外呢，他也认为中国人们现在对葡萄酒的认知可谓是越来越深入的，那么人们也开始注重餐酒搭配，开始关注葡萄酒是怎么样酿造的。他觉得这是一个非常好的现象。那么他同时也提到呢，对法国葡萄酒来说，甚至对全世界的葡萄酒来说，中国的葡萄酒市场都是一块非常重要的市场。好，那么说到中国市场呢，我们就想知道金钟酒庄又是在什么时候进入中国市场的？为了获取更多的市场份额。包括中国市场和亚洲的市场，那么金钟酒庄又做了哪方面的努力呢？ So we are curious, when did Chateau Angelus enter into Chinese market, and maybe to occupy more market share in China or Asia? So what efforts did Chateau Angelus do?
So we are quite lucky or forecasting because Angelus is one of the first wine estates to have been present in China since the end of the 80s with my uncle that have been traveling quite a lot for the last 30 years almost. So for us the presence on the Chinese market is quite old, and that's why maybe we are huge, no, not huge, but small amount of person really into Angelus and Chong, because the name it's speaking for itself, and we have been there for a long time. We have been doing actually many events, wine dinners, tasting in the past in China, in different cities. I explained to you back then it was more in Hong Kong, Shanghai, Beijing. Now we are currently expanding to bigger cities in order to get in touch with the consumer directly, because that's something we want to know, something we want to do. It's to be in direct connection with the consumer.
Yeah. 那么呢，少庄主呢，他就介绍到，那么为了获取更多的市场份额，金钟酒庄呢可谓是做了非常多努力的。他们在中国呢已经举行了很多葡萄酒晚宴或者葡萄酒品鉴会。在之前呢，他们是主要在北京啊、上海啊、香港这样的大城市举行品鉴会，而在将来呢，他们希望能到中国的2、3线城市去举办更多的活动，而他们所做的这一切努力呢，都是为了更接近的中国消费者。那么他也提到呢，金钟酒庄呢，大概是在上世纪80年代进入中国市场的，而且他觉得非常幸运，因为金钟呢可谓是最早进入中国市场的一批葡萄酒。好，那么有一个问题呢，那么中国的金钟迷们可能会好奇的，就是在将来金钟酒庄是否会在中国举行更多的活动呢？比如一场垂直品鉴会，让我们来请教一下迪埃里先生。So will Chateau Angelus launch more events in China in the future, such as the tasting events?
We will, but it's a bit difficult for us. First of all, our stocks are really low. I mean, it has been the same in the past, so we are really careful about what we want to do. And also our policy regarding events is quite strict in matter of exclusivity of the events. So we will do some wine tasting probably, or maybe master classes, probably 1 or 2 wine dinner, but we don't want to go too much and too far, So it's difficult to say. I mean, until the end of the year, it's going to be already booked. And for next year, in 2018, for sure, we will be doing something. We will be at the Expo first, but it's too soon to tell exactly what we are going to do.
那么呢，迪埃里先生就说到呢，他本人呢是希望在中国能够举行更多的活动的，但是大家都知道，金钟酒庄出产的葡萄酒数量一直是有限的， 因此呢，它在中国呢以及世界范围内呢，通常都只能举行一些小型的品鉴会。而关于未来的活动呢，他就说到，太过久远的活动他们尚未明确，但是呢，大家如果想跟金钟酒庄的人交流的话呢，可以期待一下在2018年在香港举行的国际葡萄酒及烈酒贸易会，也就是 Vini Expo。那么在那里呢，大家或许可以遇到金钟酒庄的 Thierry 先生本人。好，那么下面呢就说到中国的美食呢一直是纷繁众多的，那么餐酒搭配呢也一直是大家非常关注的问题。所以下面呢我们就请 Thierry 先生为大家推荐几道能和金钟酒庄红葡萄酒搭配的菜肴。So Chinese consumers are fascinated with wine and food pairing. So could you recommend some dishes that pair well with your wine?
Okay. Chinese food is as complex and fascinating as the wine. So it's a whole world of food and wine matching. You can do pretty much whatever you want. But if I would ask something, it's just to be careful about the spices. I think many Chinese dishes can fit as like duck, for instance, or even pork, and you can pair it quite easily with wine. The only thing you have to be really careful is regarding the spices, because quite often if you go a bit too far on it, sadly it can take over the wine, you know. So I will suggest lamb is also a good match. For instance, you can do it with beef, pig, all of the kind of the meat, even of the seafood, if it is like lobsters or shrimps, for instance. You can serve it with vegetable. The only thing, yes, it's spices.
OK。那么呢，少庄主就说到呢，关于中国的食物，他觉得是非常复杂的。那么他觉得能和金钟酒庄红葡萄酒比较好搭配的菜肴呢，有比如说羊肉啊、北京烤鸭或者是卤猪这一类的食物。然后呢，他要跟大家告诉大家一件事，就是金钟酒庄的红葡萄酒可以和很多的食物搭配，但是大家在搭配的时候呢，一定要注意食物当中的香料。因为他觉得这些香料味如果太浓重的话，可能会掩盖住金钟酒庄红葡萄酒的风味，而且产生令人不悦的味道。所以大家在选择餐酒搭配的时候，可以选择那些比较经典的，比如说红肉或者这些牛肉等比较经典的食物。好，那么呢现在呢，回答完了这么多问题之后，我们现在就进入直播的最后一环节。我们来看一下观众都有着哪些问题嘛。So now let's see the questions from our audience. So I see a question from our audience. It seems that she are quite curious with you are. So in recently you released 200 cases of Chardonnay white wines. So he wants to know, is there any special reason behind it?
Okay, the Chardonnay is a bit different project. It has nothing to do with Chateau Angelus. The Chardonnay is a personal project of my uncle, Hubert de Bouard de la Forêt, who wanted to make Burgundian-style Chardonnay, but in the Bordeaux area. So, I mean, it's a side project really. It has nothing to do with Angelus. I'm not involved with it. I know that he wants to extend the range with the Sauvignon. He did already, and maybe a Syrah in the next years. But I'm not maybe the best person to talk about it.
那么刚才呢，我问了蒂埃里先生，就是来自我们观众的一个问题，他就问到呢，那么金钟酒庄呢，在不久前，那么是生产了200箱的霞多丽葡萄酒，他就觉得很神奇，所以呢，我就问蒂埃里先生，为什么酒庄会发布200箱的霞多丽白葡萄酒呢？然后呢，蒂埃里先生就向我们解释到，他说呢，其实这个主意呢，其实是他的金钟酒庄的老庄主，也就是他的叔叔 发起的。然后呢，他觉得这个项目呢和金钟酒庄呢是没有直接的联系的，而是因为他老庄主本人呢希望能够积极的探索波尔多的潜力，所以这是他舅舅本人的一个计划。好，那我们接下来我们再看一下观众的其他留言。有一位呢观众他就问到呢，2015年和2016年的金钟葡萄酒要陈年多少的时间才能达到适饮期呢？ So our audience asked a 2015 and 2016 Chateau Angelus was now still in your cellar, and he wants to know how it should age how long before we can drink it.
Okay, so yes, both are still in the cellar because they are not completely finished yet. 2015 is going to be put and bottled probably beginning of September, has to be fixed yet. 2016 won't be bottled until the year after, you know, that's the way it works. So I think it will be probably delivered in China, the 15, beginning of next year. And then 16 will be the year after in China also.
So how long will it age before we can drink it?
So it's always difficult to give a precise answer, but both are really, really great vintages. So you can expect to keep them for minimum 25 years without any problem, minimum. I tried not so long time ago, 1954, and it was still in perfect condition. So it shows that Chateau Angelus can age for decades if needed.
那么呢，刚才呢有位观众呢他就问到，2015年和2016年的金钟呢酒庄红葡萄酒要陈酿多久才能适饮呢？蒂埃里先生呢就为我们解释到，那么2015年和2016年的金钟酒庄葡萄酒现在是仍然在他们的酒窖中熟成的。然后呢，他觉得大概在今年的9月份呢，大家就可以看到金钟酒庄红葡萄2015年金钟酒庄红葡萄酒的出世了。那么关于2016年的金钟酒庄红葡萄酒呢，大家可能要等到明年才可以品尝到它。然后呢，他说到，因为这两个2015年和2016年都是极佳的年份，所以呢，他们的陈年潜力都非常的强，所以大家可以说至少要它的陈年潜力呢，至少可以达到25年。所以呢，大家如果想喝到这两款酒，可能还需要耐心的等待一段时间。好，我们看一下下一位观众的问题。
I just realized I didn't reply the question exactly because you asked me when can we start drinking it, right? Yes. Sorry. So actually 2016 will be I think ready earlier than 2015. Probably in 6-7 years minimum. You need to wait minimum like 6-7 years, and 15 it will be a bit more. So maybe like 8 years, 9 years. 9 and 10, for instance, are not ready to be drank yet. So.
那么呢，少庄主呢，他又为我们补充到了，如果大家真的很想要喝到这款2015年以及2016年的金钟酒庄葡萄酒呢，大家至少是需要等待6到7年的陈年时间的，因为他们实在是他们这两个年份实在是非常好，需要足够的陈年时间呢，才可以让他们所有的风味都发展出来，所以大家可能需要耐心的等待。So here is a 那么我看到呢，有位观众呢，他就提了一个非常犀利的问题，他就问到，金钟酒庄会不会为了迎合中国的市场而改变自己的风格 ？So a curious asked maybe a harsh question. She asked, will Chateau Angelus adjust the wine style to cater for markets?
Sorry, I don't get the question. Yes.
So will Chateau Angelus change the wine style for the wine trade?
You mean between 15 and 16, or from when? No, we didn't change the wine style. It's just like I think it's an evolution, and my cousin and I, Stephanie and I, trying also to change things because it fits better to what we want to do for Angelus. But I'm not sure it will be a revolution. It's just like simple evolution. We never change the style to fit to a market. It's just because that's the way we wanted to make the wine. And my uncle, for 30 years, did the wine the way he wanted. And right now, with the new generation coming at the estates, we are able to change things and to fit to what we want.
好，那么刚才呢，迪埃里先生就问，当观众问到呢，金钟是否会为了迎合市场而改变自己的葡萄酒风格？那么蒂埃里先生就回答到呢，答案是否定的。他们为了提升葡萄酒的品质，可能会通过翻修酒窖啊，或者提升酿酒技术等方面。但是这目的呢，是为了给葡萄酒消费者们提供更好的优质的葡萄酒，但是他们是不会为了迎合市场需求而改变葡萄酒的风格的。好 ，Let's see the next question. So, some audience are curious. So, all your wine's label is like golden color.
Yes.
So, but in 2012, your label is black. So he wants to know why.
Okay, so first of all, it's not a label in 2012. It's gold direct on the bottle. So it's not paper, it's just like curved in the bottle, in the glass, gold. It was for a specific reason. First of all, it was to celebrate the promotion to the A level, you know, the new classification. So that's one of the reasons, but not the only one. It was also to celebrate the 230 years of the family in Saint-Emilion.
230 years?
Yes, in 2012, yes, exactly. And it was also the year where my cousin Stephanie arrived at the estates. So it was for multiple reasons that we decided to make this specific package.
那么刚才呢，有观众问到，为什么2012年的金钟酒庄葡萄酒呢，它的酒标是黑色的，而其他年份的酒标都是金色的？那么我刚才呢就问了迪埃里先生这个问题，他就回答到，那么这一年呢，对金钟酒庄来说发生了很多意义非常重大的事情。首先呢，一方面大家都知道，2012年呢，金钟酒庄是成功的升级为圣埃美隆1级 A 等酒庄的，所以这是理由之一。那么另一方面呢，就是他们的家族金钟酒庄的酿酒家族呢，保德拉弗雷斯特家族在2012年是已经达到230年的，这也是为了庆祝他们家族的一个节日。那么还有另一方面呢，就是刚才有说到，就蒂埃里先生的堂姐 Stephanie， 目前呢是金钟酒庄的总经理，那么也是在2012年，她正式的加入了金钟酒庄。所以呢，在许多重要的理由下呢，那么金钟酒庄的葡萄酒呢，它的酒标就是黑色的。好，我们再看一下还有没有其他观众的问题。那么我看到呢，有一位观众呢，他就说到，他看到金钟酒庄的红葡萄酒呢出现在詹姆斯邦德，也就是007的电影中出现，然后这给他留下了很深刻的印象，所以他想问一下，这是不是酒庄的一种新型宣传方式？让我问一下蒂埃里先生本人。So, our audience are curious, so he has seen your bottles of Chateau Angelus appeared on James Bond movies.
Yeah.
So he wants to know, is it your new strategy to promote your wine?
It's not our new strategy. Angelus has been for a long time in movies.
Yeah.
I mean, at least in the French cinema.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's true that actually the producer of James Bond know some people in my family. And so the first movie was Casino Royale. So it's already more than 10 years old. I think it was 2006 or something like this. So it's not really new. It's just like Angelus has been always supporting art. It has been movies, but also painting, books. We are doing a lot of sponsorship events. We have also a huge play in caritative events at the States. So we are really involved in many forms of art and charity.
好，那么刚才呢，有一位观众他就说到，他曾经看到金钟酒庄的红葡萄酒出现在詹姆斯邦德系列电影中，那么这给他留下了很深刻的印象。我就问蒂埃里先生，这是否是酒庄的一种新型的宣传方式？然后蒂埃里先生他就回答道，这可以说是酒庄一直以来的宣传方式，因为他们觉得呢，葡萄酒和艺术的关系是密不可分的，所以他们一直都密切的和一些绘画领域啊，以及音乐啊、电影啊等相关艺术相联系。所以，那么这就是，所以大家看到，如果看到金钟酒庄出现在一些电影或者电视剧的画面中，也不用感到太惊讶。So will your wines appear in more movies in the future?
I cannot tell, honestly. I don't know. Probably yes, in few movies, but I don't know, honestly. So yes, probably in some movies, yes. Yeah.
那么我就问到呢，金钟酒庄的红葡萄酒，那么在将来是否会出现在更多的电影中呢？然后呢，蒂埃里先生他就说到呢，关于这一点他也不确定，但是细心的观众朋友们可以去密切关注一些最新上映的电影，说不定里面就会有金钟酒庄的身影。好，那么回答完了观众的提问呢，我们的直播也接近尾声。那么感谢各位观众做客红酒世界直播间，那么也感谢蒂埃里先生做客我们的红酒世界直播间。So it's the end of our live stream show. Thank you for sharing all of those with us. 好，那么为了迎接金钟酒庄少庄主的到来呢，红酒世界网上商城特别推出了限时的优惠活动。那么如果只要大家购买金钟酒庄出产的任意酒款，即可获赠中名的1万积分。那么目前呢，我们商城有的金钟酒庄的相关酒款有现货2011年金钟酒庄红葡萄酒以及7酒2015年和2016年的金钟酒庄红葡萄酒。好，那么呢，最后呢，我们请少庄主跟大家说声再见吧。So maybe let's say goodbye to our audience. Maybe
Thank you, Sophie. Yeah.
Maybe in Chinese.
I don't know. What should I say?
再见，拜拜。
再见，拜拜。
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. 那么本次的直播就到这里，我们下期再见。